I should probably get started on the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 video.
Yeah, you probably should.
Go away. What the heck are you?
Alright, it's time for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 was teased shortly after the release and success of Five Nights at Freddy's, with an image of a withered-looking Freddy with the words Grand Reopening and the number 2. The teaser also said that the game was coming 2015, which is a really weird way to say November 2014. Of course, between the first teaser and release, there were a few more teasers, which are being shown on screen right now, but it was really shocking to see the game released this early. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 has a total of 11 characters, 4 remodeled versions of the original 4 characters, withered versions of the original 4 characters, plus a withered Golden Freddy, and 2 brand new characters, and that's not even counting the 4 hidden characters. The gameplay in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 greatly differs from the gameplay in the first game. You have no doors, which you can see just by looking at the office, and it is also told to you by... Phone Guy? Yeah, Phone Guy's still alive somehow, but I'll talk more about that later. Instead, you have lights for the 2 vents on the side of the room, and a flashlight to shine down the corridor. You also have a Freddy Fazbear mask, which you can wear to ward off most of the animatronics in the game, and you also have your camera monitor again. Instead of starting with Night 1, I'm going to start with the moment you open the game for the first time, or the moment you open the game after deleting your save data. When you open the game, a bit of a cutscene begins where you appear to be in control of the original Freddy from the first game. You just look around at Bonnie and Chica next to you, and then it ends. Night 1 starts, of course, with a phone call. Phone Guy welcomes you to the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, telling you about the new animatronics and how they have facial recognition and that they're allowed to walk around during the day, unlike the animatronics in the first game. Phone Guy in this game is also a whole lot less nonchalant, because he also mentions that the animatronics are a threat to you, instead of attempting to reassure you, though he does seem skeptical about some things like the withered animatronics being able to move. The new animatronics have a glitch in their programming that causes them to roam around at night and look for people. The only other issue is that your office is where you are, the only other person here during the night, and they also happen to have the same glitch that the animatronics in the first game had, where they believe people who they see after hours are endoskeletons without costumes. On Night 1, 4 characters are active: Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, and the Puppet. I'm not going to go over all of them, or else this video would be extremely long, but Night 2 has Withered Foxy, Mangle, and Balloon Boy become active. Phone Guy doesn't really say anything important on this night, but just mentions the withered animatronics in the back. In the first night, the Puppet was a reason you couldn't use the mask all night, as you had to check the cameras to wind up the music box, but Foxy gives you another reason, which is flashing him with the light, as for some reason your arms stop working whenever you put on the Freddy mask. Balloon Boy is also the first nuisance character, as he disables all of your lights if he gets in your office. After you beat Night 2, a second cutscene starts where you're once again Freddy with Chica and Bonnie seeming to glance over at you. Night 3 has Withered Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica become active. The only one to appear in a blind spot before they attack you is Freddy, who appears in the hallway, but Bonnie and Chica just come into your room from the vents, skipping the blind spots, to which you just gotta put on the mask and they'll leave as long as you're fast enough. On this night, the 3 main toy animatronics become less active, but Balloon Boy and Mangle stay active. After this night, you get a cutscene where Chica and Bonnie are full-on staring at you while Golden Freddy stands in front of you. On Night 4, nobody new becomes active, but the toys, excluding Mangle and Balloon Boy, are very inactive. Usually the only toy animatronic who moves is Toy Bonnie, and he usually won't move until the very end of the night. The withered animatronics, however, are very active. The phone call in Night 4 explains that there is an investigation going on at the restaurant, and Phone Guy says that someone may have tampered with the animatronic's facial recognition, telling you to avoid eye contact, which isn't an actual threat, but just lore stuff, I guess. Night 4's cutscene has your view being blocked by the puppet the whole time, and Bonnie and Chica are now facing forward as they were in the first cutscene. Night 5 has the toy animatronics become active yet again, and the night basically becomes pure chaos. Phone Guy says on this night that the building is on lockdown, and that no one is allowed in or out, which raises 2 questions. How did I get in here, and how am I going to get out? Phone Guy also says that they're going to try and contact the original owner, who in the original Freddy's establishment, Fredbear's Family Diner, a place that becomes very important to the lore later on. After Night 5, you get your paycheck, and the year is no longer ambiguous, as the paycheck states it to be 1987, which explains things like why Phone Guy is still alive and why the robots can roam around during the day. Your name is also shown to be Jeremy Fitzgerald. Night 6 is pure insanity, and I died quite a few times attempting it. Golden Freddy becomes active on this night, though he's kind of inactive, which is pretty anticlimactic. Phone guy sounds legit worried on this night's phone call, asking you what you're doing there and telling you that the place is closed. He also tells you just to finish your shift because it's safer than just trying to leave there, which makes a lot of sense. There are killer robots roaming around after all. Phone guy mentions that someone used a yellow suit and that none of them are acting right, referring to the animatronics. He also tells you that you'll be on the day shift tomorrow and that you have to stay close to the animatronics to make sure they don't act up. You then get your overtime with a newspaper clipping that says the toy animatronics are being scrapped while the older models are being repurposed for another location in a few years, aka Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Of course, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 also has a custom night. However, unlike the first game, there are actually custom night presets. And I did 3 of them for this video. Again, I'm sorry.
If you're actually sorry, you beat all the presets.
Don't you have somewhere else to be?
Why do you think I'm here? And now, time for the Custom Night Presets Lightning Round!
Alright, you got 2020, New and Shiny, Double Trouble, Night of Misfits, Foxy, Ladies Night, Freddy Circus, Cupcake Challenge, Fazbear Fever, and finally, Golden Freddy. You get a cosmetic reward for beating most of these. Beating 420 will just give you 3rd star on the menu. New and Shiny gets you a toy Bonnie figurine. Double Trouble gets you a Bonnie plush. Night of Misfits gets you a Balloon Boy figurine. Foxy gets you a Foxy plush. Ladies Night gets you a Chica plush. Freddy Circus gets you a Freddy plush. Cupcake Challenge gets you a cupcake from the first game. Fazbear Fever gets you a replica of Freddy's microphone. And Golden Freddy gets you a Golden Freddy plush and 3rd star on the menu if you didn't beat 420 already. Oh my god. Few more things about the custom night. When you get fired after beating a night, it's revealed that you are no longer playing as Jeremy Fitzgerald, but Fritz Smith. And also, the Puppet and Foxy are active no matter what during the custom night for game balance, as Balloon Boy would be completely useless if Foxy were not active during a night, but other characters that could be easily prevented without the flashlight are. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 also has 4 secret animatronics compared to the first game's 1, and the best part is, only one of them is dangerous. There's Shadow Freddy, who randomly appears in the parts and service room once all the withered animatronics have left. This thing called RWQFSF Shadow Bonnie, who randomly appears in the office, and if you look at him for too long, your game crashes. Sometimes a bare endoskeleton can appear in the prize corner or the left air vent, which can actually block other characters from entering, so the endoskeleton is more helpful than harmful. And finally is this weird alternately colored balloon boy called JJ that can sometimes appear underneath the desk. Also, the death minigames. These are minigames that can sometimes happen when you die. Most, if not all of these minigames expand on the series' lore. 3 of them end with a jump scare, and 1 of them just ends abruptly. That's really all I have to say about Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I believe this game to be more fun than the first, as the pure chaos that happens on some nights makes you need to be way more attentive, and that just makes it generally much more fun to play.
So you did it again, but you still didn't do the custom night.
God, what do you gain from this?
Nothing. You're doing aggressive nightmare mode in the 3rd game. Have fun, jerk.